Hello，Happy Holidays！ 咁咧祝大家假期快樂啦！咁I did not really celebrate Christmas， 我其實就唔慶祝聖誕，因為我唔信教嘅。But it's a holiday， 咁但係就放假啦咁樣樣。Christmas is quite a big thing here in Colombia。聖誕喺呢個哥倫比亞其實咧都超級勁大嘅節日嚟嘅咁樣樣咯。Even though it's such a huge holiday here, they actually only have a holiday on Christmas Day, which is on the 25th. 咁但係雖然咧話咁大時大節啦，但係佢哋得一日假嘅啫，就係25號。But this year is on a Sunday, right? 咁但係因為聽日其實係星期日啊嘛 ，and they wouldn't have like a supplementary holiday for that, so they still just going back to work on the 26th. 咁佢哋依然係26號就照翻工，佢哋係冇補假嘅咁樣樣咯。So this is something like quite interesting as well. 咁所以對我嚟講都覺得即係幾有趣咯 ，because in Hong Kong we have such a long period of holiday, you know, for Christmas and then for Lunar New Year as well。咁因為香港其實我哋緊接住即係由冬開始就一路放到農曆年咁樣樣噶嘛，大家係不停放假噶嘛，呢個年尾咁樣樣。So it's quite an interesting like cultural experience. I went to Guatapé today on a tour. 咁我今日同啲同學參加咗一個一日遊嘅本地旅行團咁樣樣啦，咁就去咗一個地方叫做Guatapé。So this is a very famous kind of like sightseeing spot for all the tourists who come to Medellin。咁嚟 Medellin 嘅人咧，基本上所有嘅遊客咧都會知呢個地方，同埋都係會去呢個地方嘅。So from the very first day I arrived in Medellin, the driver who got me here to the Airbnb already told me you must go to Guatapé。咁即係我第一日落機搭嗰架的士嚟 Airbnb 咧，個司機同我講你一定要去 Guatapé 咁樣樣，即係 it's even like locals they would go to Guatapé. It's like it's not just for like tourists from other countries。咁唔係淨係外國人會去喎，即係本地人佢哋係哥倫比亞人自己嚟 Medellin 佢哋都會去 Guatapé。So the tour was really like it was great value actually。咁但係好抵玩嘅。It's around like $35。咁我俾$35啦。It included like a very nice air-conditioned bus。咁佢係一架冷氣巴啦，大巴旅遊巴啦。And then there's breakfast 包早餐啦 ，lunch 午餐啦 ，and then we went to this small town and it was just a stop for photo taking of the phoenix, which rise from the water, not from the ashes。咁佢哋呢度有一個小城鎮，即係一個好細嘅地方。咁但係入嗰個景點就係影一個雕像，就係佢哋呢度嘅一個即係鳳凰啦。咁但係佢哋嘅鳳凰就唔係喺火裏面重生，佢哋喺水裏面重生嘅咁。It's actually quite a very like it's a very beautiful statue。咁係靚嘅。And then after that we went on to have breakfast， 咁跟住我哋去食早餐啦咁 ，and then afterwards we went to the rock La Piedra de Guatapé。咁我哋就跟住咧就去呢個最出名個景點啦，咁就係咧上一嚿大石咁樣樣啦 ，and then there was like 714 steps， 咁你就要行714級樓梯 ，then you got onto the top， 咁你就上到去個石頂上面，仲有個即係有個瞭望台頂啦，即係咁樣樣。then you see this beautiful lake， 咁你就會見到佢下低嗰個湖啦，好靚好靚好靚。It's really amazing. It's worth the climb. It's worth the trip. 咁係超靚，好抵即係好抵行、好抵上嘅咁樣樣啦。Then afterwards we went to the town of Guatapé。咁跟住我哋就去呢個省啦，即係其實佢都係屬於 Guatapé 呢個省嘅嗰嚿石。咁你睇完嗰嚿石，你就會去佢個城入邊啦，咁樣。咁你就去個鎮入邊啦。And then like within the town is like one of the most the tour guide said that it's like the most colourful town in the entire Colombia。咁個街就話咧係全個哥倫比亞 最多顏色最繽紛嘅一個嘅鎮啦咁樣樣。So it's very beautiful, amazing, and chocolate is good, coffee is good。咁但係嗰度都係咖啡、朱古力出名啦咁樣樣。So we walk around a little bit in the town。咁我哋喺個鎮裏面影啲相啦，周圍行啦咁。And then we had lunch there， 跟住喺嗰度食午餐啦。And then after that we went to this place. It's a replica of an old town called El Peñol。咁跟住我哋咧就食完晏就坐車去另一個小嘅城鎮，咁佢就係咧一個舊嘅城鎮叫 El Peñol。咁佢就將呢個城鎮咧就係重新即係又再做一個，即係起咗一個係而家叫咩？佢叫複製嘅城鎮，其實真係假㗎啦咁樣樣。But why did they have to do it？ 咁但係點解佢要做翻個假嘅呢個鎮出嚟咧？咁樣樣 ，because like they built this like huge hydro dam for providing power to the community and everything. So they had to flood the old town。咁所以佢哋咧為咗要起一個水壩就係水力發電。咁即係造福即係成個地區、成個社群啦咁樣樣。咁所以佢哋咧就將舊嗰個城鎮，佢哋就犧牲咗舊嗰個城鎮咧，就即係浸咗嗰個城鎮。咁就係為咗即係要紀念佢哋，即係啦，咁樣犧牲咗佢哋自己嘅地方啦。咁所以就再起翻呢個新嘅城鎮咁。And now it's like a tourist attraction。咁而家就即係變成咗旅遊景點啦。And it's like the cheapest place to get souvenirs in this area。咁就喺呢附近就係最平可以買紀念品嘅地方。And it's a nice view again， 超靚啦。And then you look over the dam， 咁你跟住就望住嗰個水壩啦咁。And then we went on a boat trip in the reservoir。咁我哋就喺呢個水壩嗰度咧，就係即係有坐船就即係遊咗一個小40分鐘嘅船河啦咁樣樣。So it's around like 40 minutes kind of like a boat trip and the old town was just below us in the water。咁個舊嘅鎮就喺個水嘅下低啦，即係咁。And we got to see the last view of the rock again。咁我哋喺個呢個人工湖度，咁我哋遊緊船河最尾嘅時候就會見到即係我哋擒上去嗰個石啦，朝頭早。And it's just really it's calm, it's relaxing, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and everything is so cheap。咁有啲嘢好平啦咁。And I spent altogether like $65 today, including the tour fee. And then I also like tip very well to the guy and the driver. I spent money buying a coin bag for myself and some chocolate, and also like I got 2 trips of taxi just to go down to the meeting point and come back home. And then I also had tea afterwards with my friends who I met in the Spanish school, and then we went on the trip together。咁我今日使咗大概65蚊美金，大概香港係500蚊港紙度啦，已經包埋團費啦。咁然後咧，我仲係即係又買咗個水飲包俾自己啦，又買朱古力啦，跟住搭咗2程的士啦，跟住又之後同啲同學去 tea 啦，仲俾咗好多錢 tips 個導遊同埋司機啦，又捐咗錢俾藝術家啦，即係咁樣。So like yeah, and it's just like really like having fun and not having to worry about money and just really spoil myself a little bit without the guilt of spending too much money。咁都有少少盡興是但使錢咁，眯埋眼使錢，但係都依然係即係唔係使咗好多錢啦，好開心啊！所以yeah, so this is my day。咁我今日就係咁樣度過咗啦，係咪好？咁我啱啱翻到嚟啦，咁 let's begin。咁我哋正式開始啦。Read to Resist Day 225。當閱讀也是抗爭，第225日。A Concise History of Hong Kong by John Mark Carroll。香港簡史，從殖民地至特別行政區，著者高馬可，譯者林立偉。A larger obstacle to giving the Chinese a greater role in managing themselves was the colonial government's contradictory policy. To ensure that the local Chinese understood government policy, Robinson, Boring's successor, ordered a Chinese edition of the government gazette. Yet Robinson made practically no effort to enlist the help of the Chinese elite. Although he frequently talked about the importance of Chinese in making Hong Kong a successful port, he was also convinced that the Chinese community consisted mainly of criminals. He devised registration plans for Chinese who would be more likely to come into contact with Europeans and their property. To protect European property transported in Chinese cargo boats, in 1860, he introduced an ordinance requiring boat owners and their crews to purchase licenses and giving the police wide powers to search cargo boats without warrants. In 1863, he introduced measures for regulating sedan chairs and carriers. Robinson was the first governor not to receive a formal farewell from the Chinese community when he left in 1865. 華人無法在自治方面發揮更大作用，最大障礙是殖民地政府自相矛盾的政策。繼寶寧後出任港督的羅便臣，為使本地華人了解政府政策，下令出版中文版《香港憲報》，舊稱《香港圓門報》，但卻沒有推出實質措施尋求華人精英的協助。雖然他口口聲聲說香港之所以能夠成為成功港口，華人的貢獻十分重要，但他也相信大多數香港華人都是罪犯。他針對可能與歐籍人及其財產接觸的華人，設計了各種登記制度。為保護由華人貨船運載的歐籍人財產，他在1860年制定法例，要求船主和船員繳費領取牌照，並賦予警察廣大權力，可以無需搜查令搜查貨船。1863年，他推出管理轎子和轎夫的措施。羅便臣在1865年離任時，沒有華人送行，是首個受此冷待的港督。So this is the reading of today。咁我今日就讀呢度少少啦，咁樣樣。It's funny that it talks about Robinson。咁我覺得好得意啊，佢講羅便臣啦。I have no idea like who he was, how he was, before reading this。咁我其實讀呢個之前咧，我完全唔知羅便臣係咩人嘅。其實好多港督我都唔知佢咩人嚟㗎，即係係啦。即係佢到底以前有幾衰啊幾好啊咁樣樣。But it's not like。But because like you live in the city the entire life， 咁因為成世人都喺香港大啦，係咪香港住啦咁 ，and then you have all these names of the roads that were named after these governors， 咁跟住你好多街名都係即係呢啲港督嘅名啦咁樣樣 ，and now reading that like how bad they were， 咁然後跟住讀到都咁撲街嘅又有。They're sort of like why are we using their names？ 點解我哋要即係用佢嚟到命名一啲街咁樣樣咁 ？And I mean like the funniest is Kane，right？ 我覺得堅先至係最堅啦，即係堅到咁樣。Because he's such a bad guy， 佢真係衰人嚟嘅喎。To a point that even the Brits like。didn't like him and also have him arrested later on。咁因為堅嘅古仔就係即係佢係即係完全貪贓枉法啦，然後佢衰到仲要係英國佬自己都唔中意佢，最後其實都有拉佢，有去拘捕佢噶嘛咁樣樣。So like why do we still have his name on a major road up in Hong Kong？ 咁但係點解堅島仲存在嘅咧？咁樣樣。So it's just kind of like interesting, like when you look at like naming of streets or like plaza or like important memorial, like who do you celebrate in a way, or who do you remember in your history or in your heritage？ 咁我覺得好有趣就係即係唔同嘅地方佢哋會紀念啲咩人啦，嗰啲街名點樣改街名啊，廣場名啊，啲咩紀念碑啊，諸如此類啊咁。Like right here in Colombia， 例如喺而家哥倫比亞咧。Everybody know about Pablo Escobar, right？ 咁個個都識得即係呢個Pablo Escobar 啦，咁Escobar 咁佢就係即係大毒梟啦，咁 he was the drug lord and you know like it's kind of like infamous for that, right？ 咁即係最惡名昭彰嘅即係罪犯之一啦，我哋即係係啦咁。But then like here。There are a lot of souvenirs with his face on, there are memorials, there's even a museum, and even today when we were on the boat trip, we actually passed by his private residence, and it was in ruins already because it was bombed by an enemy drug lord before. But then like You know, like it's just like his presence is still here, and then they're still talking about it. 咁但係譬如即係今日我哋搭嗰個船河都好啦，咁即係首先好多紀念品會有佢個樣啦，即係然後呢度會有佢嘅旅行團啦，會有佢嘅紀念碑，即唔係紀念碑，總之有個紀念嘅地方啦，然後又有博物館啦咁，跟住今日我哋遊船河又會經過佢以前嘅一個即係其中一個嘅莊園啦，咁係喺個島上面嘅咁樣啦，但係而家就係已經係頹垣敗瓦嚟㗎啦，因為咧佢之前就係俾敵方咧就係炸咗嘅咁樣樣，咁but it's just kind of like interesting like the history of a country or you know like what they are famous for or infamous for, right? 咁就係即係好似一個國家其實即係佢出名係啲乜嘢咧，即係或者所謂即係係啦惡名昭彰係啲乜嘢But I remember like the tour guide was talking about you know like how things are right now in Colombia. 咁我記得咧，即係個導遊臨尾就喺度講，即係哥倫比亞而家係點啦咁。And then she kept on thanking us for coming and visiting and helping with the tourist business. 咁佢咁多謝我哋就係即係嚟到啦，然後即係亦都即係參與喺呢一啲旅遊嘅活動裡面啦，因為呢個就係佢嘅生計 because this is her job.And she likes the job, she likes to meet people from different places of the world. And also for her, it's very important that for people to know that Colombia is no longer like how people have been portraying during the time of Escobar. 咁但係佢好強調就係即係佢希望我哋去幫手話俾其他人聽，哥倫比亞已經唔再係以前咁㗎啦，唔再係大家仲係記得仲係個大毒梟啊，仲係關於即係成日會無端綁架人啊，即係好多犯罪啊，即係周街都係毒販啊，即係唔係咁樣㗎啦咁樣。And so you can tell like the job itself of course is important, right? But also carried a national pride and this sort of like I don't want to say it's desperate, but it's something like that. It's just kind of a wish that people can, you know, go out and spread the word how her country has changed now and is now much more welcoming and safe for, you know, tourists to come and help with the development of economy. 咁我覺得即係好感受到佢嗰種即係真係佢作為一個哥倫比亞人嘅驕傲啦，嗰種同埋亦都有一種即係好強調，即係希望大家即係既然而家嚟咗旅遊，我哋即係見到而家嘅哥倫比亞係希望我哋都話俾其他人聽，哥倫比亞已經唔再係大家以前嗰一種嘅印象，即係唔再係咁噶啦，我哋而家唔同咗啦咁樣，即係希望可以大家幫手去推動翻佢哋嘅經濟，就係透過旅遊業咁樣啦咁。So I think like it's such a great thing and again like please come visit me， 咁我都會幫手講就係大家嚟啦，嚟探我啦。It's really a very beautiful country. It's very nice and the people are so nice and so sweet. 啲人又好啦，地方又靚，好多嘢睇嘅，其實真係好多嘢睇，同埋真係超平咯。And it's very affordable. So really, if you have time, if you are thinking about like having a new kind of experience and a new way to travel, please come to Colombia. 咁如果你真係諗住喂，我都想又即係去下旅行，即係去厭咗呢個泰國啊、日本啊，咁又唔想去歐洲，咁可以大家考慮下，即係就係嚟呢一個嘅哥倫比亞啦，咁樣係啦，可以嚟探我啦，咁樣。So this is it for today. 咁今日就嚟到呢度啦，聽日再見，see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.